We are going live. It's going. And we're live. Okay.
Hi.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the GYV Live Podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Judith.
Hi.
And yeah, we kind of missed, how many days did we miss? Missed like 2 days. I did a small one because I didn't want us to completely miss it, but we were supposed to record over the weekend and we didn't. So this is us recording for the day we missed / our Wednesday upload. So yeah. But anyways, we have a lot to talk about today. How are you doing?
Good.
Have any updates? Do anything interesting?
No, but I am going to be able to schedule my COVID shot soon.
Oh yeah,
Hopefully.
the last time we did TikTok Live, we were talking about COVID vaccines and stuff.
Yes, and according to my doctor, I can get my appointment through the app. I forgot what it was called.
Do you know what type of vaccine they're gonna give?
I think Kaiser's doing the Pfizer. I think Kaiser's doing Pfizer. You get it?
Oh.
Yeah. You get it. It rhymes.
Okay. I have no idea which one's mine's gonna give. I'm very excited though to get it. I can't wait.
I know, right? Oh my god, we're finally getting things done, and then we can finally go out. Más o menos.
So, the first thing I wanted us to talk about is, have you seen the treatment between like how women are being treated in sports, especially like basketball right now? And like, have you seen on TikTok how they're like, basically they'll have like a gym where both teams of like women and men's will come and they get like this small little corner and then the men get the entire gym to themselves, which is crazy. And they're already being paid less because all women's sports are being paid way, way less. And most women teams represented in America do better than the male teams. I don't even necessarily understand. And they still pull the same amount of numbers of watching. So I don't understand why we are treating women not as well in sports. On top of, what was I going to say? I don't know. It's just weird. And
Isn't there like a thing going around where I don't know what place it was? Is like trying to ban trans women from entering women's sports?
A lot of people have been making arguments with that of like, trans women shouldn't be able to play women's sports. But it's like, even if they have a like a one up or anything like that, it's like people in every sport do the sport because they have a one up, Like if you're tall, you're going to play basketball and you're going to be better than people who are short. That's not unfair. That's literally how the sport goes. If you have longer legs and you have a dancer's body, you're going to go into dance and you're going to be better at dance than people who don't, because that's just how the sport works. You use things to your advantage to be in the sport. So I don't understand how that argument even applies. And especially if it's like, because people make that argument, it's like, well, why don't in regular sports or like whatever, in like male sports, we don't have more of like weight classes,
Yeah.
Or height
So
quotas.
the way hormone therapy works is that it makes changes to your body. So whatever advantage people say they think trans people have, they don't.
Period.
Trans women who've transitioned from male to female have reported losing muscle mass and feeling weaker and not being able to function as they did when their testosterone levels were higher. With trans men who transitioned from female to male also say things similar too. Their pain tolerance goes down and their body changes overall.
I also think it's funny that the argument is always towards trans women and never towards trans men when it comes to sports. I
That's
think
so
that's also
true. I
very
realized
telling.
that a lot of the arguments in like not even in sports, just in people like using women as an excuse.
Agreed.
For example, when they were trying to make it so that trans people would be able to use the bathrooms that um they're comfortable using. Yeah. It was what? To protect our children, our women in our bathroom. But when it comes to things like domestic violence and rape culture, it's like, well, what was she wearing? Did she deserve it? So it's like, when do we want to protect women? And it's only to fit like a certain narrative. Like we don't want women to have body autonomy, and they want to take away reproductive rights by banning abortion and not teaching proper sex education in schools and making birth control after the abortion pill harder to get. And it's like fucking ridiculous. We don't let women who don't want to have kids to get their tubes tied. And it's like, what?
Oh, I don't think
So
we ever.
I forget, like, do we care about women or do we not? And like Gabe was saying, women are being paid less than men in sports that bring in more money and more attention.
Yeah, they do better than men. They're still bringing just as much views and money, and they're being paid less and getting less accommodations than men in the same sport. It's crazy. I don't think we ever introduce that's you, the sister. We never mentioned that.
Yeah, sorry.
She has also joined with us.
She's in the background. She'll be adding commentary here and there, maybe doing most of the talking.
But
Just predominantly. And then, like, we care about women, but we only give them. We don't have a mandatory maternity leave. So we have no maternity leave, and depending on work, you might have to go back to work the day after you give birth. Well, I've heard of cases of that before. And for a surgery where they literally cut you open, hip to hip, and remove the child from you and staple you together, and then make you go back to work 8 months later, like 8 weeks later, not even 8 months later. After you had major fucking surgery. Go back to work. You're left to leave your child in somebody else's home so you can go work because there's no affordable childcare, and in today's economy it's fucking impossible for one person to be able to go to work and another person to stay home. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. This episode's gonna be a not clean one.
And it's just capitalism. It's exploiting people.
Speaking of capitalism, nice segue. You guys hear about the ship that was stuck in, I don't remember the name of the canal, but the one that's in the Middle East.
Suez Canal? Swiss or Suez? Suez. Oh, Suez, Karen. Sister Suez.
But yeah, we had a cargo ship that got stuck and was reportedly costing $400 million an hour. So that's cute.
So it got unstuck. How did it even get stuck? I every single hour that thing was stuck, I had joy in my soul.
Everyone was saying it was like this ship that took down capitalism. That was like challenging capitalism. And
really? Why?
Just because it was a ship.
Not so much.
It was just a ship that had lots of things that, are usually associated with, what's it called? With capitalist countries, and it was just stuck there. And it was stopping all this trade and everything.
Yeah, it's like he was saying, it essentially clogged the whole highway where cargoes go through.
And people didn't want to go around because, like, one, it takes 2 extra weeks and there's pirates, so there was a chance that their stuff might be stolen by pirates if they went around. So they kind of just waited there. Yeah, we love pirates.
For real? Oh my god, I thought that was like a fairy tale, like vitamins. No, I'm kidding.
And apparently, because like cargo ships have a lot of cargo stacked up on top of each other, so apparently when they were going through, they were trying to go straight, and there was like a wind gust, and the cargoes acted like a sail and like pushed it, and it hit the side and then got stuck. Which is, I mean, how it got. And then how long was it there for? Like 2 weeks? I don't remember how long it was there for.
Yeah, it was a while. It was so funny.
It's but yeah, it's gone. It's unstuck now, so that's. I don't know if I want to say cool, but it's unstuck now.
It. What's the corpse? The corpse? What? Never mind. Nothing. Never mind. Nothing. It's just. She's playing a Mario game right now. She's distracted.
Which one?
Odyssey. Odyssey.
Oh, I love that game. I need to replay it just so I can like get a perfect like a platinum run. But I played it and I beat it and it was fun. But anyways.
Yo, we should play Splatoon. Gabe says to let me use Splatoons.
What did I say?
We let me use Splatoons to play with them.
Oh yeah, we need to play Splatoon 2.
Yeah, Karen. She has. I'm trying to. Is there a way for you to censor her name?
Yeah.
All right, you're censoring her name.
Okay. I will do that. And
yeah, they're gonna think we're white. Oh wait, don't censor that too.
Okay. Let me see what time we're at. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, continue. Or not.
I was gonna say, yeah, Gabe wanted to play Splatoon with me. Yeah, but I don't have the game. Yeah, and I told you to get it, and you said no. So that's my thing. Yeah, the game was like $50. It was either Splatoon or Minecraft.
You can just use the same account, can you not?
I mean, I can use the same. Can I use the same disc as you? Or the same chip?
Yeah, you can use the same disc. As long as you have the disc, you have the game.
If I get a new disc, like, will my progress be saved, or will I have to restart?
Yeah, it's saved on your system.
Oh, nice. Oh, right. Sorry, we lost. Sorry. Go back to the podcast.
Okay. Have you seen David Dobrik's apology?
I did not see the apology. I'm not interested in seeing the apology. I didn't see the apology, but I saw a clip that was posted on Instagram. Like, it sounded so fake. He was like, "I apologize for all the things I've done." Like what'd you do? Specify, ho.
Yeah, because in his most recent apology, he's sort of taken the sitting on the floor, kind of crying take to YouTuber apologies.
Oh my god, I know those things. Those things are so funny because they're so fake, and you know they are.
I mean, I know he said it, but I mean, he might as well just take a break forever. I don't think that...
Taking a break?
Yeah, like he's... You know how every time a YouTuber says sorry, they're like, I'm gonna take a break for a little bit.
Oh.
I just think, especially because specifically with him and his vlogs that he's been doing for however many years, it's like... It's completely unregulated. There's more and more allegations and stories coming out every single day, and they can't even like get their half the people involved can't even get their story straight anymore. Like now, in the group, the vlog squad, they all know there was alcohol at the party, but nobody knows who bought alcohol. So it's like, y'all can't even get your story straight anymore. It's like, y'all just need to take a break forever. Because if you just can't safely do anything on this platform, you just shouldn't do it. And the excuse that every YouTuber makes with these allegations is like, we've made so many videos and stuff like that. You know, they kind of give the vibe of like, we've made so many videos, so it's only reasonable that there's a slip.
ISIS. And are we really going to try and give them a platform?
Period. It's just crazy. But yeah, I wanted to touch a little on that apology to see your opinions because it's a lot. But gross him. But anyway, If you people don't know, the Olympics is going to be happening not soon, but there's going to be an Olympics. The Winter Olympics are coming up soon, I
Oh wait,
think.
are they doing it for 2021 or for 2024?
Every 2 years there's an Olympics, and there was supposed to be one 2020.
I
So
thought it was
there's
every 4
so
years.
there's going
I
to be
thought it was
one
every 4 years.
2022. Huh?
I thought it was every 4 years.
It is every 4 years, but every 2 years there's an Olympics. Every 2 years there's a different type of Olympics. So there's 2 years and a
Every
summer
four
one,
years
2 years
is the
and a winter
World
one.
Olympics, and the two is like is it the 4 year like the World Olympic, and then the 2 year something else?
No, there's two types of Olympics. So every 2 years there's a different type of Olympics. So we just did the summer one was supposed to be 2020. So we're not having a summer one. So in 2020 next year we'll have the winter one, and then 2 years later we'll have the summer one. But the summer one is the one people watch. So that's why everyone thinks it's 4 years, because every 4 years there's a Summer Olympics, and that's the one everybody watches because it has all the regular. Not I don't want to say regular because I don't want to discredit people who are in the Winter Olympics, but the
summer
sports we
type.
watch, yeah, like the horseback riding, which I don't know the name of, the swimming, the miles, the Ironmans, the gymnastics, the rhythm
The
gymnastics.
2020. Oh my God, there's so many 20s. Is there snowboarding in this Olympics? Oh, I hope they're
The
in
winter one is like figure skating, ice skating, snowboarding, skiing.
You know who I'm ready to see in figure
Bobsledding.
skating? I forgot his name.
Who's a gay guy?
Wait, he's gonna be in the Olympics this year? No. Oh, then no.
Who are we excited to see?
He's a figure skater from is it Japan or Korea?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. It's Japan.
It's Japan. Okay, I knew it was Japan. What?
The little small skinny boy with the bald cut.
With the what?
The bowl cut. I said bald. I think it's.
Does he?
I think.
I don't think it. Give me a second. I'm a Google it. I'm a YouTube it.
Okay, but yeah. I've seen videos and stuff. He's funny. Did they base? Have you watched
Yuzuru Hanyu? Oh God, I butchered it so bad, and I apologize for everybody who heard me say his name.
Have you watched the ice skating anime?
Yuri on Ice?
Yeah, I wonder if they based some of the characters on him.
I have not finished it.
I know they base some of the characters on actual ice skaters, like semi-current ones.
But I'm also ready to see snowboarding, only because I like snowboarding. I mean, I've never done it. I think
I'm gonna watch this year's, or not this year's, but this Winter Olympics. Usually, I don't really watch the Olympics at all, other than like gymnastics. But I'm gonna try to get into the Olympics.
You know the first time I ever saw the Olympics, like the first time in my whole life. We were living in the other house. That was like in like what, 2017?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I'm asking my sister. 2016? Okay. When was? Yeah, we're just gonna say 2016, and if I'm wrong, whatever, I'm wrong. But it was a Summer Olympics because beach volleyball was on there.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time I was obsessed with volleyball because of my sister. It was like before like the volleyball anime came out. So anyway, but the first time I ever saw the Olympics was the very last day of the Olympics. And it was to watch the beach volleyball against like a team that wasn't even from America. And I was like, woo!
Not from America. I like that the Olympics lets like nations too be a part of it. Like Puerto Rico's part of the Olympics. Like I like that they add nations and stuff.
Oh yay! We better be rooting for Puerto Rico then.
I know, depending on the sport.
Depending on the sport, what does that mean?
Well, like for gymnastics, I would root for the American team because Simone Biles, because she's like a very, she's a black gymnast who's like the dominant player. And then
Yeah.
also it depends on who qualifies, because sometimes your team doesn't qualify for the finals. So then if Puerto Rico doesn't make it to the finals, then I can't root for them.
You're right about that.
But I will root for them as much as I can, and hopefully they get to the finals so I can root for them even more, and then they can win, and then
I've been watching them. I've been dancing for a while.
I didn't hear anything you said, but okay.
We have frogs in our fish tank,
Oh,
and
frogs.
we're just watching them swim around. They're so funny.
What do you have in your fish tank?
We have fish and frogs
And a tank.
and a tank and the water.
I saw on, I think it was Twitter. I believe it was Twitter, but I'm just gonna say it's Twitter. A few days ago, when I was researching for the podcast we were originally gonna do a couple days ago, I saw that they're working on a COVID pill. Like, instead of getting a shot, you would take a pill. I wrote the entire headline in the doc.
Man, I gotta go look for that doc.
It's still in clinical trials. But yeah. Oh, it might be a treatment. Wait, let me read it again. It says, still in clinical trials, might give doctors an important new treatment and a weapon against coronavirus and future pandemics. Ooh. I think that would be very interesting if we could, if it's like a vaccine or if it's a treatment, to just have like a pill instead of having to be hooked up to stuff and all this. It would be nice for people to be able to just take a pill. I mean, I guess that's to any disease, not specifically just coronavirus.
I just logged into Twitter to try to find the thing you're talking about, and all I see is the new Nike shoes.
New Nike shoes.
Do you know the Lil Nas X who
Yes.
came out with his?
So he hasn't made a shoe with Nike. He takes old Nikes and does that to them. And right now Nike is suing him.
well, apparently Nike is either that's what's happening, like what you said, or they made a shoe based on Lil Nas' new song. Oh, there it is. Nike sues over unauthorized Satan shoes. Yeah, okay, I found it.
Yes, they're suing him. I mean, what a statement, though. I mean, I support Lil Nas X, but it is
the new
song. His Twitter.
No, what's it say? What happened? What happened on Twitter?
He essentially made an announcement. He said, "Stay mad." Essentially, like, stay mad. You deserve to feel like that anger and hatred you made people like me feel for just being yourselves.
Period. Which is one of the reasons why I made the song in the first place.
Yeah, it's just the backlash he's getting from the Christian groups.
I mean, period.
And so he's like, stay mad, pretty much, which I really appreciate because it's true.
Yeah, even on his TikToks, there's a lot of Christians just hating on him, and I find it funny. I find it hilarious, like, that they think we'd care. Like, yeah, watch until the devil drops you into the lava pool.
I heard too that a lot of the stuff in the videos, like, even though it does have like a lot of Christianity type stuff in it, it also has like, Greek mythology in it too. Like, it's not just Christianity.
I don't know. Like, literally nobody else is pressed but the fake Christians.
Not the fake Christians.
This is hard.
Now you're wondering how Gabe finished the game?
No. I'm sure I could get it done. It's just this is.
Yeah, I don't know. They can stay with this. Nobody cares. Literally, this generation no longer gives a fuck about hell. Oh, censor that.
It's okay. I'm just gonna make this episode not clean. There's
Sorry,
always
I
been
can't.
cursing in it.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, whatchamacallit?
I
Yeah, and
think.
a lot of it has to do with because all the hateful Christians who said they are the ones going to heaven. Like, who wants to go to heaven when there's people like that there? So,
I know, bro. I saw a TikTok. Speaking of that, I saw a TikTok of a guy, like a guy seeing like God basically, and he's like, "It's my time. It's my time to go." And the guy's like, "Yeah, it's time to go." And he removes the wig. He's like, "Psych, bitch, I'm Satan." He's like, "Oh my god, even better." Oh, it's like, let's go.
That's great.
I don't mind going to hell. Fuck. If
I think
if that's where all the party people are going, take me.
you say that, but you don't even party.
I don't like socializing with people.
I mean you guys do throw parties. I mean maybe well I mean I
I
guess
mean,
you don't
I
like party
throw
parties.
parties.
Karen throws parties, and while they're like hanging out in the living room, I'm in the bedroom sleeping.
You made that sound like we have like orgies in here.
No, DJ. Ugh. Still do that.
This
Like,
is an unrelated topic, but we should do a mukbang podcast.
What podcast?
A mukbang podcast where we eat.
Bro, I would not be able to do a fucking mukbang.
Why?
You said
Yeah.
Where we eat. Oh, not the mute. Okay, well now I'm here alone. Hi. But I think it would be a good idea. I mean, I don't know if the audio version would be the most appealing thing. I mean, we could do like a ASMR mukbang podcast, and for the people who watch it on TikTok or YouTube or whatever can watch us actually eat it. Maybe we should do an ASMR podcast. I'm not sure if we could do an ASMR podcast that long, especially if we do it live.
Ew, it's mutton.
Especially if we do it live, then it might not be the best to, or it might not be the easiest to do an ASMR podcast for like an hour. But anyways.
I could not whisper for an hour long. At that
Yeah.
point, I would just stay quiet. I'd just be like 30 seconds. And then like after that, I'd just be quiet. Like, no.
I can
Also,
definitely
I
eat
would
for an
not
hour.
be able to handle a mukbang.
a muffin?
A mukbang? You know what that is?
No.
It's like,
It's like
Hey.
it's a YouTube video where you eat. Or not YouTube specifically, but it's just like a video that you eat.
it's like just an intense amount of food.
Yeah.
Oh, I love watching those videos.
Me
I'm
too.
telling Gabe,
They help me get hungry.
I will not have. What?
I said they help me get hungry. I like them.
I feel like Gabe would be.
I love watching people just spill their cheeks.
I like little squirrels.
I like watching food that I like other people eat, because then I'm like, I feel like I'm eating it too. I'm eating
They
visually.
make it feel possible.
They make you feel what?
Possible. Posible.
But elaborate. Why don't you think you can do a mukbang?
Because I feel like, okay, I eat super fast. Like I eat like there's no tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time you're like, I'm already finished with my plate, and then they bring the next dish, I'm like, oh frick, I gotta go throw up now.
Cute.
Wow.
I mean, it'll be easier to manage when you're talking, because like we also need to be creating content, so it'll make you more conscious about how fast you're eating when you're having to talk also.
Yeah, maybe I should go at your speed.
Yeah,
Which
I eat
is-
slow.
Immensely slow. Goodness sake.
That's the healthy way to eat slow.
I know that you're supposed to eat slow, but when I watch Gabe eat, it is slower than slow.
If it's
Like,
pizza,
oh my god.
if it's pizza, I can kind of go fast, but yeah.
He says kind of go fast, but I want you to know that it's still slow. Like, I watch him and I'm like, I've already gone through 5 slices. You're on your second bite.
But I
Not
mean,
even on your first.
But I mean, that's perfect though for podcast / video podcast for mukbang.
I feel like I eat like I'm at a eating contest while Gabe eats
I mean, what
like
we
he
can
has
do too is like
time
we can
in
get
the world.
we can get the food and then you start off with like smaller things. So if you eat fast, you're not being like filled up, you know? Like start off with like the chips or like whatever so that when you're eating, you're not getting full. You're just having like whatever, so you're eating smaller things.
You know, there's a one food that I really, really want to try:
Which is
Korean style corn dogs.
oh, ooh, burp, excuse me.
There's. They're not worth it. Yeah, I want to make them. I want to go get them.
What's in them? Just hot dog Korean
It's
style?
it can be like different things. It can so the most famous ones right now is the one with was it Parmesan? No, mozzarella cheese inside of it. That's the most popular one. The one with the mozzarella cheese in it.
I don't know if this place is just an LA thing, but there's a place called like Joblies, I think it's called, and it's like they sell like
Yeah,
fried chicken. Yeah, it looks
yes.
good.
The one I want to try is the Squid Ink mozzarella potato one.
I just want to try the fried chicken.
I know it looks so good. Oh
Is it
my god!
only an LA thing?
It's only we've only seen one in LA so far.
Yeah, because I think they're in like downtown Asia in LA, and we don't really have any of those places here. So I don't think. Last time
Yeah,
I've heard, it's only in LA.
Yes, because I think it's the very first one that's open.
Yeah, because I know with Cane's just came to the West Coast, and now we have one in San Diego. But at first it was only LA, and now there's one in San Diego. So we can get Cane's.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's only an LA thing, so we gotta go to LA. Gabe, we gotta get that shot so we can go to LA to go get those corn dogs. I know, but that it would be more protected with the shot than without it.
Yeah, and we'll still be following COVID procedures.
Like double mask.
I feel like we might just drive there just for Joblies.
Sanitizing everything. What?
I said we might just go there just for Joblies. Like, get our shot, do everything, drive there, get the food, drive back.
Not even drive back. Like, lock ourselves in the car, sanitize, and then eat. And then drive back.
I feel like for the people who are going, like, on vacations to, like, a city or something, I'm like, the only way I can see it being, like, safe is if you're going just to observe in your car. Like, if you're treating the city like a museum, maybe? I don't know. It just feels like if you're not doing that, it just feels unsafe.
Yeah.
Especially these people who, like, they don't have their vaccine. They're probably not following COVID procedures as they should. And it's like, especially because, I mean, now California's open, but, you know, a couple weeks ago, California was closed. Like, it was on lockdown.
Yeah.
So it's like you're going out during lockdown.
Yeah, I'm only just saying get the shot so we can go get those Korean style corn dogs and then just book it back. That's it. That's
Is that the same place?
Yeah, that's the same place.
Oh, period. Look at me. Look at us thinking of the same place.
Yes, that's the other thing. And probably boba, because I want boba.
Period.
Like boba.
We could get some over here. It's way too over. It's too expensive in LA. Unless there's a specific LA place you want to go. I mean, I'm sure there's good boba places.
What's my boob? The boba places I want to go are like not here. They're like in Phoenix or like in
Phoenix.
In not here.
Fancy boba. What's that one?
Yeah, because
you know the boba you used to get? It was kind of like a semi smoothie. It was like frozen. It was like frozen with boba.
The blended?
Yeah, blended. Those were so good. I love
my mom I stuttered. I'm sorry. I stutter sometimes. My mom likes the blended. I like mine with ice.
With ice? With ice in it? Wait, what are we talking about?
We're talking about boba.
Blended with ice?
Okay. No, blended. Meaning it's in a slush. Not
yeah,
in a
already ice.
Yes. Here, throw it. Throw it. Oh, fine. I'll throw it. What? Throw it. To make it a peanut butter cup first.
Continue on the boba.
Oh, yeah, blended, which is the one where like you make it into a slushy form. I'm saying the one I like is the milk tea with ice in it, like no blended. It's
Okay.
just the ice in it, and then boba. Can you not find it?
Yeah.
She can't find it. It's right
Did you
there.
get? Wasn't there like a coffee flavor? Was it coffee? I don't know.
They probably did have a coffee flavor, but I always got the tiger milk tea
Ooh,
or the
tiger.
royal milk tea. I always got the royal milk tea, not tiger milk tea.
There's a boba
Royal
place that
milk
has frozen yogurt here.
in where you are.
Yeah, not where I am, just like here. I don't remember where it is, but it's here.
There's a. Do you remember that place we went to in 2019 where they had crystal boba? No, clear boba.
Oh yes, yes, yes. I
And you
do.
threw it all on the floor
Yes.
because you thought my thing was empty.
We need
Just
to
because
find that
the boba
video.
was clear. I still have it.
If yeah, send it to me. I can throw it into the podcast
Hey.
maybe if I'm not too lazy.
I'm not too lazy.
If
I think
I'm
it's
not lazy,
Snapchat.
the video will appear here. If not, then it won't appear here. So, yeah.
Okay, we said 2019, right? Oh god, there's so many memories. Ew.
Was it good? Did you like the clear? Did it just taste like I can't remember what it tasted like. Did it just taste like
Boba?
normal boba but clear?
Yeah, it tastes like normal tapioca without being drenched in the brown sugar.
Tapioca. Not this podcast turning into the boba podcast.
No, we like went everywhere.
I know.
That was fun.
But funnily, we didn't what's it called? Take an hour to talk about it compared to what we usually do when we go off track. But yeah, I think we are going to slowly start to end and wrap it up because we run out of interesting things to talk about. Not that what we were talking about was interesting, but yeah.
Well, you didn't finish talking about the women's sports.
I found it.
What else
think
did
I
you have to
found
say
it.
about it? Found what?
Well, what did you say about it?
I don't remember. I mean, mostly we were just talking about the we talked about the unfair treatment. We talked about the money gap, the wage gap. We talked about trans women in sports. Well, trans people in general. That's what I wanted to talk about that subject. But I would love for you guys to put in your input and elaborate if you wanted to.
So, trans women in sports?
Mm-hmm.
About how they're treated?
Well, just in general, we were talking about them, which is what I wanted to talk about, which we just naturally started to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have any more opinions on that, feel free to add.
I feel like I'm not informed enough to have an opinion on it.
Mm-hmm. Is that the end of the
But I
statement?
feel like
Oh,
just
never mind.
no, I feel like trans women in general should be treated better than they are.
Agreed.
I don't know. There's just a lot. There's a lot to say.
Yeah, I mean,
And
especially now, too, like when Trump was still in presidency, he was making all these laws that
we're
were,
very transphobic.
yeah, refusing treatment to anybody of the community and refusing hormones to people transitioning with hormones. It's horrible.
Yeah, and there's some states that want to make that illegal.
I also like imagine that if they make it illegal, it's like for the people who are already taking hormones and now they have to like stop. That's gonna be so harmful.
That is gonna be really harmful.
Like it just makes everything worse. Like to make everyone abruptly stop cold turkey. Like so bad. Okay,
Yes.
no. Oh, go ahead.
No, nothing. I was going to say anything.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up then. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, guys, what did we talk about today? We talked about sports. We
Women's
talked
sport.
about capitalism and the canal with the boats. And a lot about boba and LA and getting food and stuff. And the COVID vaccine, that was fun, and a little bit about David's gross apology. Oh, you
It
sent me the
wasn't even
video.
worth mentioning because it wasn't even an apology.
I mean, literally. I mean, luckily, we didn't have to add a trigger warning to this episode.
No, but there is a lot of kissing.
Yeah, there's an option for me to make it to select not clean, so I'm just gonna do that because going through this podcast and censoring out every single time you guys curse is too much work.
Sorry.
It's okay. Oh Lord, but yeah, guys, thank you for listening. You can follow us on the GYV group on TikTok, on YouTube, on all the streaming platforms and podcast platforms. Literally, you can just type in the GYV and we're the first to pop up. Follow, like, listen, whatever. Thank you guys